Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. Here we are again, my daily vlog, my morning stand-up where I am talking about what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and how it's going, trying to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. So let's start with yesterday. Today's going to be a repeat of yesterday, which is a lot of stuff to do, and I probably won't do it all. But let's talk about yesterday. I had several things to get done, and I got plenty done, but just there's always more. Prepared, of course, for the podcast edit, which is today, which means to create the commercial breaks and stack everything and get it ready, which we'll talk about in just a moment. I made a quick short video. I mentioned yesterday I've been relying on all of my short content. I try to release one short every weekday, every day if I can, maybe every weekday at least. And I have been relying on a back catalog of shorts created out of tier ranking videos and game highlights, or the top 10 this or the top 10 that, which go great. But as they diminish, I'm down to maybe a dozen or so of those, and I haven't finished a new tier in a while. So I've started thinking, I don't know why it didn't occur to me before, as I go thrifting over the weekends, I always find something, one or two little things. I've started making shorts out of those little things, whether it be a game I picked up or a toy or whatever, just as a quick look. And those are doing really well. I did one on a pack of Topps Donkey Kong stickers and bubble gum, that you would get in the store. I found some sealed packs and picked up a couple over the weekend, so I did a short about that. And that short did great yesterday. So, and that, it takes maybe, from beginning to end, it takes maybe 45 minutes to make one from scratch that way. So, yet another thing that I did, trying to stack every one of those I do, I figure I'm saving one I have in reserve for a day I can't write one, which is like today. So, I wanted to complete the long form video for yesterday, which I did. It did. I had still the stand-up to do, and I still had a little bit of gameplay to do, and all the remaining editing. And I did. I did it throughout the course of the day, and I got it done around the time we had our meeting on yesterday evening. So I think I published it at 6 o'clock or so. How is it done? What is it with all these edits in my vlog? I used to never do that. I keep forgetting stuff. I forgot to look at the stats for that video yesterday, which I knew did well, but didn't have the numbers. I knew it was going to be on the screen here. 3,800 views overnight. I think it puts it, its trajectory was originally around second or third in my last 10. Anyway, doing very, very well overnight, that video. And it's about a $5 toy that I picked up at a flea market a few weeks ago. That's it. You can find content anywhere if you do a little research and you can, try to spend some time making it entertaining. There's a video, great example. Literally a $5 thing has turned into a decent video. So, yeah, you never know. You just never know. Also, that delivery came in that I talked about. Man, that is a sweet box of stuff that fell on my front step, and some of it is stuff that we'll release later in the year. Some of it is a prototype for something that we'll release later in the year, all of which I'll be working on very soon. You'll know before you know. Before you know it, you'll know what it is. You'll know it before you know it. That's what I almost said, and I guess that makes sense. Let's talk about stats. Pretty decent stats. Stats are up. So yesterday was a strong day between a good short and a good published long form. It helped the averages overall. Now I have my little chart here, and I would like to be at the average of 50 subscribers and 10,000 views over the last 7 days. And we're up on both counts from yesterday, over 10,000, so over our goal, 10,500 views average over the last 7 days, and more than 26 subscribers over the last 7 days. It's not 50, it's not 20 either, so a little progress. No new milestone yet, but we're only about 20 away, so I expect by tomorrow we'll be talking about the next 100 subscriber milestone, so stick around for that. I know you will. So let's talk about today, of which it's a day that is capitalized by a podcast edit, but I have a lot of other stuff I need to work on too, and I'll see what I get to. So let's start. First and foremost, it's Tuesday, which is podcast editing day, live on Twitch. It's just what it sounds like. It sounds unexciting, and it probably is unexciting, but it's also it's fun to hang out with everyone that shows up to chat about the edit. So it's if you would like to join and see what it's about, twitch.tv/GenXGrownUp. That's every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m., including this one. And while you're there, every Tuesday, I remind you, if you have Amazon Prime and have not yet utilized it, you have a free monthly $5 subscription token that costs you nothing, but you can give to any Twitch creator. And if you would be so kind as to pop in and give it to us, it really goes. It's like a contribution that you don't have to spend any more money for. You're already paying for Prime. Anyway, so what you do is you head over to twitch.tv/GenXGrownUp, click that little subscribe button, or maybe it's a resubscribe if you have to do it every month and you're back. Click a second tab, usually it's not on the first tab, look for a little tick box that says use Prime sub, and that'll make the amount at the bottom 0, and just click on that, and you've done it. If it's during the live stream, I'll see you there, it'll pop up. I will certainly thank you, put a clip on my hat, and you will have helped the effort, so thank you for that. Once the pod edit is done today, other stuff to do, even though it's just a half day remaining still, I need to revise that partner script that I wanted to try to get to yesterday and couldn't, just the day ran out. I need to shoot a new episode of Celebrating Yesteryear. I'm not behind, but I want to stay ahead. And normally I try to do that on Mondays, didn't get to it, so I'll try to get to that. I need to begin work on a video I want to get out by Wednesday. I know, I just did it one Monday, try to get one Wednesday, because it's really cool, but it's going to take some time. A lot of little minutia shooting and little analysis, but I think it's going to be cool. Yeah, I paused because my brain is already thinking about like the edit. How am I going to do that? Yeah, it's a thing that I do, which I guess I'll talk about in a second. Interesting. I need to choose a Friday plays to shoot and edit Thursday for Friday. And finally, no, I guess that's it. That's enough. That's all those things. I thought it's something else on my list. There is other stuff on my list, but that's enough for today. Something that just kind of, that I mentioned, just kind of sparked that often when I'm collaborating with someone, I don't mean like outside, even just I'm working with Mo or working with George, often they will throw me an idea and they go, I see you looking off in the distance, you're already bored and not listening. That used to be the perception until one day we talked and went, what? No, I don't. And they'll go, so I have this idea, and I'll go, I'm like this, like you're like distracted, you're gone. I'm like, oh, I just did it to myself a second ago. So what happens is when someone has a suggestion like, hey, when we're at such and such a convention, we ought to do a live stream, right? And I kind of go, I'm doing this, and they thought I was being dismissive and whatever. I said, oh no, actually in my mind, I'm already ramping, like before I comment on it, I'm ramping logistics in my head. I'm like, let's see, so we need a stable internet connection, we got some microphones, probably some stands, I'm gonna need a mixer. I mean, like in my head, I'm going through, oh, will the table be tall enough? What about with the cables? I need a longer cable. Like I'm thinking that through, but it's in the conversation. And so it used to be this bone of contention with some of the people I work with, who, when they talk to me, they think I'm zoning out, when in reality, I'm already trying to evaluate the feasibility of their idea. Before I say, great idea or bad idea, I'm looking for a way to say yes, usually. I'm like, let's see, how could that be accomplished, right? That's what I'm thinking. And so, it turned out for a long time, the way my brain works, my little problem-solving, stupid brain, doesn't wait until the execution phase to start planning something. It's at the idea phase. They go, hey, you want to do this? And rather than go, that sounds great. And I'll go, let's see, what work would that entail? Like I'm already like planning close to the end before I start committing myself to liking it or not. I guess that's, I'm tempering my own interest and excitement based on how logistically feasible something is. And it wasn't until we had to sit down and talk one time about, you always do that. I'm like, oh no, that's total misperception. If anything, I'm planning on how to make it happen before I say yes or no even, Anyway, that just came up when we were talking about the shooting for the Wednesday video, that in my mind I paused because I was running numbers for something else. So just an oddity of my brain, as I said. Yeah, I got to get ready. What is it? I have about an hour before this live stream, so I need to get this vlog out, get ready for that. So if you can, join us over there, pop in and say hello. Prime sub or no, happy to see you pop in and participate and see what all the foolishness is about on Tuesday mornings. Yeah, let me go get ready for that. I want to thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog. If that's what you did, if you're here every day, though, what's wrong with you? Thank you so much for being here regularly like I am. Yeah, I think cool things are coming around the corner for those of us that have been sticking it out. What is it, Tuesday? Yeah, have a great Tuesday. Remember to do something good for yourself, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.